Welcome back to Budgets and Dreams. My name's Jen and I'm on a journey to pay off £27,000 worth of debt with a goal to pay off £10,000 in this year in 2022. I would really like to start by saying a big, huge thank you to everybody who left me a comment off the back of my last debt update video. All of your comments were so lovely and I really, really appreciate it, and thank you once again for you all being here and helping me on my journey and helping me stay accountable. It means the world to me. So thank you so much. So today is just a regular old Friday cash stuffing. It might be quite a quick one today, but I don't know how many times I've said that. It's never a quick one. And the theme of today's video is actually calm. Yeah, I'm actually feeling calm for once, which is really cool. I've had 3 cups of coffee today as well, and I'm still feeling calm, so not quite sure what that's about. But anyway, let's get into things. Let's have a look at the affirmation. So last week's affirmation was, there is only one of me. And I appreciate everyone who let me know what their interpretation of this was. I think the general consensus was that it's a recognition of the fact that there is only one of you. You are unique and you need to look after yourself and take care of yourself. So I hope that you got a chance to use that one last week. So this week's affirmation is, I accept all of my quirks and uniqueness. That is awesome. So I won't go into the whole story, but there is a lot about me that could be considered a quirk or a uniqueness of sorts. And it's actually taken me years and years and years to accept that about myself. And more recently, I've had to go on quite a deep journey of acceptance about the particular quirks of mine. And this is actually an affirmation that I have been using of sorts. Every day I've been waking up and reminding myself that I am me. I can't change me. I am who I am. And if I battle with me every day to try and be somebody else, I'm just going to wear myself down, which is essentially what I've been doing for 30 years. Well, more than 30 years now, much older than 30. But yeah, basically for a long time, I've just been trying to be the person that other people expect me to be. And I'm not doing that anymore. I'm letting all of my quirks and all of my uniqueness be free. So I encourage you all to do the same. Have a go with using this affirmation this week. It is really good. I heard this really great phrase, which I'm probably going to muck up like I always do. But it was about, it was something like, learn yourself, don't change yourself, something like that, which basically means figure out what works for you in your life, learn who you are, learn your likes, learn your dislikes, and then live your life for you. Don't try and fit a mold that somebody else has put in the way for you. Even the centuries-old mould of what even a woman should be. All of this, just challenge everything. Be yourself, live free. And I will stop rambling. So that's this week's affirmation. It means a lot to me, this one. So give this one a go for yourselves this week. Cool. So that is that. So let's have a look at last week's spending. And as always, if you are not interested in the spending, then please click past, go and have a look at the Hyperjar stuffing and or the cash stuffing. I will not be offended. It is perfectly fine. So we'll start with the end of May, which is where we finished off. So this week it starts last week was the 27th of May to the 2nd of June. So we're just going to have a quick look at that. So there was a lot of spending over the week. I won't go into all of it. I'll just kind of give you the highlights. So I had some wants and needs money for once, and I will show you actually what I did with that wants and needs money in a moment. The vets and the parking I told you about already. I used the rest of my wants and needs on a new savings tracker that I'm hoping will arrive soon. A birthday card for someone. I don't remember who. Birthday card for someone. And we got some plant pots for the little money trees that I mentioned last time. And then a bit more money in hobbycraft. I bought the dog, it wasn't unbudgeted spend. I bought the dog a new dog toy because he had destroyed his dog toy so much. He actually wanted us to play fetch with a tiny little scrap of ear corner off of the back. So honestly, it was about this big of just teeny tiny piece of floppy material, and he wanted us to play fetch with it. It was hilarious. So I got him a new toy. He did destroy it after 10 minutes, but there's still one part of it left. That should last a few months. Yeah, and then got some other bits for the home. I genuinely can't remember what that was. I'm sorry. I got my husband's Father's Day present, which I obviously can't tell you about just yet, but I will let you know after Father's Day. And then loads of money on family fun this week because it's been half term. We've baked a cake. We went out for lunch. Can't remember what this one was. I paid my sister for some cinema tickets. We all went to the cinema yesterday and watched Top Gun, and it was awesome. It was so good. If you haven't seen it yet, go and see it. It's brilliant. Excuse me, absolutely brilliant. My husband went to the dentist, so we actually spent some of that medical money. And then into June, on Wednesday, me and my son went swimming. We went to a new swimming pool. We actually caught the train, and it was really, really good fun to go there. So we spent £12.75 on that, and my husband did spend £1.10 unbudgeted on parking for his band practice. That was actually on Thursday. I just wrote it in the wrong place. And then this was my spending for when we went to the cinema last night. I actually didn't make a note of how much I spent. I need to get into the habit of getting receipts. So one of my goals this month is actually to track all of my expenses, amongst other things. So I want to try and get 10 no spends, which is a big goal. But the reason that I think we can do that is another goal is also to have a max of 2 top-ups a week as well, because we seem to go to the shop every day, and I feel as though by doing that and going, oh, I need to go and get milk, or I need to go and get bread, or whatever it is, we're not breaking the habits of spending all the time, and also not breaking the habits of spending when we want to, and I think we need to work on that. So we're going to do a max of 2 top-up shops a week for June, and I've put a goal to go out. Cinema doesn't count. Cinema was just out, but I want to go out with some friends for some cocktails, so I need to work that in somewhere into June. So that was the spending. So let's have a look at the budget and see how we got on. So it's a bit in and out and everywhere with the budget. So we were hoping to come in with 457.31 in the bank. We actually came in a lot less. We came in at 374.67 in the bank. And that is because we had £100 minimum debt, which was for my credit card payment that I forgot is now being paid a week earlier. So I hadn't budgeted that in, but that has now gone, and that is great. We had budgeted £50 for extra debt, but I put an additional 50 on top. So we actually put £100 in extra debt, which is a good thing, which is why it's in green. So it's a bigger amount, but it's green because it's a good thing. Green is good, red is bad. The reason how we could afford to put that extra £50 in is because I did actually get the rest of the child benefit money. So if you want the whole story about the child benefit, you'll need to have a look at my last week's cash stuffing video. But the good news is it all came in, so I was able to put the full 100 extra debt like I wanted to. And then we had £5.97 of additional unbudgeted spends, and I'm really sorry, but I left my notes of what they all were in the other room, so I can't run you through those. I'm really sorry, but I know there was some parking in there. There was I don't know what else was in there because it's not written down on the thing. But anyway, I'm really sorry it's not in there. But if you're interested, drop me a message and I'll let you know. I can't imagine you'd be that interested. So that was it for last week's budget. So we were over. All of these balance out. So we did spend less in our weeklies, which means we've got some money to put into anniversary. I didn't use all my wants and needs, so I'm going to put a bit of that into Italy. And similarly, out and about money, I've got a whole 8p left. Whoop, whoop. So I am going to put that into the penny challenge. So that was it for the budget. So this week's budget, I have actually got on paper because to be able to track my expenses, I can no longer stick my budget into my book because it goes over my expenses pages. I'll show you those actually. So back into June, if we have a look, so this is the monthly budget pages, which I can't use in this book, which is really, really frustrating and a bit of a shame, because we do a 4-week budget. Some of our budget cycles start in the middle of the month, and then it gets very confusing, and then I end up having 2 budgets, and I've just decided to leave it. But the expense sheets are here, and this is where I would normally stick my budget like that, see? But I want to be able to actually track my expenses, so I'm leaving these like this so I can write it all down, and I'm keeping my budget separate. So this week's budget, what do we have? We are got our starting balance of 374.67. We've got absolutely no other income coming in. Our bills are very small. We've just got 69.48. A tiny minimum debt payment, that's the overdraft fee for this month. Nothing going into extra debt. My son's spending money, he's getting £30, but Go Henry charge you 50p if you top up your parent account more than once in a monthly period. And because he's been doing all of his chores, I keep having to top it up. So another £30.50 is going into the parent account ready for his chores as he ticks them off over the coming weeks. My husband's getting no spending money. I've got £16.53 going into my bank account. That is to pay my creation hire purchase on my husband's Apple Watch that I bought him for Christmas a couple of years ago. And then we've got £25 in other because my husband got a parking ticket. Sad times. He was 20 minutes late back to his car after a confusing situation with the bank holidays and what's free and how long do you have to pay, and it's a bit of a nightmare. So bless him, he's a bit sad about that, but it's fine, we can cover it, it's no biggie. So £25 is going to the council. I suppose they did give us 150 quid the other day. And then our Hyperjar, we're stuffing 143.47 today, and that includes the 347 to Italy. So my creation direct debit and the 347 that goes into Italy adds up to £20, and that's why I do it like that. Again, if you've got any questions about that, just let me know. And then cash wise, we've just got £65 going in there, and we will stuff that together shortly. So I think that's everything that I needed to talk about there. Fingers crossed. As well as feeling a bit calm, I'm also feeling a bit distant. Maybe the theme should be a bit withdrawn rather than calm. Withdrawn is probably more like it, to be honest. Right, so let us get the iPad for Hyperjar. Okay, so here's Hyperjar. We have moved the table slightly. My table was looking a bit beaten up and I thought it looked a bit terrible on camera. So we've turned the table around to a non-beaten up side. And I just now need to remember to actually use a placemat when I'm making my dinner so I don't batter the table even more. But the point that I'm telling you this is because the light that is up above us up there will have moved, and I just don't know where the actual reflection is. It looks different on the recording than it does when I check it, so apologies if it's in an awkward place. I'll try and figure it out for next time if it is. Yeah, so these red stains, I don't know what these are, they're a bit annoying, but they're there. So, Hyperjar. First things first, I have moved over the little bits and bobs of pennies that we had from our weeklies. I've grouped them all together into top-up shop. So first thing I need to do is move that £3.11 into our anniversary pot. So we're gonna add from, oops, it was right there, top-up shop, £3.11. And that is going to go into anniversary. So anniversary is back up to 25.26. And also moving pennies around, I want to move this 16p left in my wants and needs over to Italy. So I'm just going to add from wants and needs the massive sum of 16p over to Italy. And my sister put some extra pennies in this again this week when she did her budget, so it's looking good. So that gives us £143.47 to pop into our pots. So first things first, groceries is getting £80. So I've again already done the shopping online. I've filled up the basket and it is an expensive one this time. I think that's because I've got some hair products in there like shampoo and conditioner, which always comes out of groceries, everything like that for myself and my husband, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes, that sort of thing comes out of groceries. It's actually cheaper stuff than I wanted to get and it was still really expensive, but you know, We roll with what we roll with. Oh, also, Hyperjar have changed the colour of stuff. So the wallet is now this weird purpley red colour, which it's pinky red colour, which I'm not used to yet. I prefer the blue, but you can't change it back. It just is. So yeah, if that's thrown you a little bit, I understand. It threw me too. So petrol, we're going to add, oh, they've changed all this too, I'm sure. £30. This definitely looks different, but that's fine. And then £20 into top-up shop. Oh, I've just got boiling hot again. I don't know what it is about doing these videos. Make me really, really warm. And then also into Hyperjar, the only thing that's getting any extra love this week is Family Fun. It's getting an extra £10 because I can't afford to put the full 20 in from where I was trying to make up some money for that parking ticket. So it's just getting 10, but we already have some money in there, so that is fine. So that is that for Hyperjar. I should have £3.47 left. I do, and that is going into Italy. Oh, that's going to throw me every time. £3.47 into Italy. Oh, if it loads, there we go. Wow, we've got £19 in there now. We've nearly got £20 in there. So exciting. Yay! Oh, that's awesome. So that is it for Hyperjar. The wallet is empty. Everything is stuffed. We are ready to rock and roll for the week. So let's move on to stuff some cash. So first things first then, we have got the penny savings challenge. I only had 8p left out of my out and about money this week. However, whilst we were swimming, we came across 7p. I found 2p under a tree and 5p in the changing rooms, and I am not ashamed about the fact that I picked this up. As soon as I see any change now, it's like, oh, penny challenge. So that is a total of 15p, which we have already coloured in. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to colour in the 7 and the 8 as the money was found and was left over from my out and about money. And I wish I'd done that slightly neater, but we can't change that now. So there you go, Flossie, here's your little snack this week. Hopefully there'll be more next week. So I'll just grab the binder and we'll do some more cash. Okie dokie. So as it is a bank holiday today, the banks are closed. I know, big surprise, huh? It's kind of something that you think about before you do any cash stuffing sort of videos. But unfortunately I did not. And so I've had to do a bit of a jiggle about with the money to be able to actually do my cash stuffing this week. So as you will remember, last week I fully stuffed hair with the £180. Before starting the video, I did a quick sort of bill exchange with that 180 so that I could get the right money that I need for this week's stuffing. So I made myself a little cash breakdown card. It's very cute. But it is ever so slightly off centre, which really bugs me, but it's fine. I think I'll cope. So my cash breakdown card and the £180 that I've done a cash swap with, I did think about doing it on camera, but I just thought it might take a bit too long because we always have so much to cover in these videos anyway. So let's just quickly check. We've got 180 here. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So I've got the 180 that we need. So I need, excuse me, five £5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Whoops. So we've got 5 £5 notes and 1 left over that will go back to the bank. And I need 4 £10 notes. 10, 20, 30, 40. 4 £10 notes. So that will leave us with £115 that will go back into the bank. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 115. So that's going to go back into the bank on Monday. The £65 that I've taken in cash, I've already transferred over to my bank account to cover. So I'm not short anywhere with my 180. I'll have all of that for my hair appointment still on Tuesday. So that was that, and I hope that all made sense. So let's get stuffing. Oh, I'm turning it that way. I never do it that way. Let's pop it back there. So birthday is getting 10 as it usually does. So I'll pop that in there. So birthday now has 51, 50, 150, 170, 190, 200. £200 in birthday, which is lovely. This slow and steady £10 each week is definitely working. I love it. Car's not getting anything. Christmas is getting £5 this week. I've got my little tracker. Every present, I'm hoping you can see that, but every present is £25. We've got 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 135. So nothing that we can put in there. You can't colour off one of these, sorry, this week. So 135 in Christmas, which is grand. Clothes is getting £5, so that will take him up to £20. I'm quite tempted on just swapping that out for a £20 note. Should we do it? No, that'll get too confusing. We won't do it today. Or shall we? I'm tempted. Oh, I'm just going to do it. So Clothes has £20. This will go back in with the 115 that's going back to the bank. So Clothes has £20 now, which is fab. Clubs will be the same situation. So actually, I think I will do the same. I will just pop £20 note in there. Clubs has 20 as well. Trip is getting £10 like usual. So that now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. £90 into Trip. Nearly halfway there, which is fab. And School Holidays is getting 10. School Holidays is getting 10. So that now has 25, which is lovely. Don't have any other £20 notes, so I can't swap that out, even if I wanted to. Tech is getting no love. Reach 10k. I need to cross off that other £50 that I added onto my next account once the child benefit went in. So that is there. So we've now added an extra 50, 100, 150, 200. So 400, an extra 400 onto the debt, which is great. Super great progress. I feel like I'm rushing this a little bit. Sorry, guys. I do have my father-in-law coming over shortly. So that is why. So savings challenge. This is our Help to Buy ISA tracker. It gets £10 each month. So my husband has a Help to Buy. I have a Help to Buy. And each gets £10 just to tick them over whilst we're focusing on the debt. Once the debt's paid off, we will be kicking some Help to Buy butt. So that's that. So we now have 130 across our Help to Buy accounts, which is awesome. So that takes us on to my spending. So as has been a tradition and routine, celebration is getting nothing. Clothes is getting nothing. Going out is getting its usual £5. So going out now has, with the 5, has 20, 40, 45, 50. I'm going to swap those two 5s for a 10, actually. So going out has £50, which is awesome. I really want to have like 150 in there at all times, just so I'm not limited. If somebody says, let's go, I can go. Hair is not getting anything. I think we gave hair quite enough over the past few weeks. So hair is having a well-deserved rest. Retreat is getting some money though. So I am saving up to go on a mindfulness retreat. I went on one a few years ago and it was heavenly. And as my mood has been all over the place of late, it's high time I went on another one. However, I'm in no rush to get there. This is an absolute bonus savings project, savings challenge, with no deadline whatsoever. Each of these little bonsai trees that I'm colouring in are £5, and the tracker comes to a total of £200. However, the retreat is actually going to cost £500. So I'm going to have to run this a couple of times, but that's fine by me. I'm really quite enjoying it, actually. I'm finding colouring these trees quite mindful, so that's cool. So £5 is going into retreat. And retreat now has 5, 10, 15. And I think I might keep these as £5 notes. I kind of like the fact that they're 5s. I think I'll leave those, and then maybe when we get a lot in there, we can change it up a bit. And that is it for the binder. Savings is just the savings for the, what do you call them, premium bonds, and that comes from the penny challenge, but we don't need to swap Flossie out just yet, so that's fine. Oh, there is one thing I need to show you actually before I finish the video. I've been busy, so my wants and needs money that I used last week, I've actually made myself a little something. So I'm planning to pay off my next account this month. If you saw my debt update video this week, sorry, you may have seen that. So I'm hoping to pay that off, and then we'll be focusing on the big loan. I've realised that if we just put all of our extra money into the big loan digitally, online transfer it, it's going to be quite demoralising because we're not actually going to see the money. And there is something to be said, and that is why this cash stuffing process works. There's something to be said about actually touching and seeing the money and watching your savings grow. So to make it a little bit more fun for myself, what I've done is I have made myself a £500 freedom challenge. And this is of the flip book savings style that is getting to be more and more popular at the moment. The inspiration for me from this, it's something I've wanted to do for months, is because I watch an American cash stuffer called Daisy Budgets, and she's been on a massive debt journey. And she has a £1,000 savings booklet like this that she's got from Princess Budgets, and it's beautiful and I love it, and it really, really has been working for her. She fills up the £1,000, she pops it on one of her debts. So I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to do mine in increments of 500 because it's just a little bit more achievable, and it means that I can get more into the bank more regularly, which will also help the interest as well, because I appreciate saving up the money in cash isn't really helping the interest rate. So I want to get as much in there as possible whilst also seeing the money, saving the interest rate, having fun, and all of that stuff. So yeah, so I've made myself a £500 freedom challenge. There's a couple people who make similar items and actually sell them on Etsy, one of whom is Iris Budgets. She is awesome, and hers are fantastic, and they're so clean and crisp. As I flick through mine now, you'll see there's a bit of dust, a bit of dog hair, bit of crinkled laminate, but that's fine by me. I don't mind. This is just for me, and it is exactly the reason why I would never have an Etsy shop, because I am quite a perfectionist. I can give myself allowances if it's for me, but if it was for somebody else and they were paying for it, no chance. I would just go into a complete tailspin. So that's why I do all of this stuff for just myself. So anyway, would you like to have a quick look at it? So it's the £500 freedom challenge, and it's got butterflies. I'm so sorry if this looks really grubby, but like I said, it's full of dust. I don't quite know how I managed it. So I just got myself some little butterfly stickers and some little number stickers to label each envelope. And I just had the best time making this. It really made me smile, and I just checking you're still in shot because the camera keeps slipping. I just really enjoyed making this. The envelopes are really small. I made them to fit nothing bigger than a £20 note because I wanted it to be all cute and condensed. But yeah, this is it. So I hope you guys think this is as cute and as lovely as I do, and I hope that you all enjoy watching me stuff this along with me, and yeah, I hope it is just good fun. But yeah, there you go, there's my £500 freedom challenge, and I'm super excited about it, and I love it, and I can't wait to start, but I can't start yet. I need to wait until my June payday at the end of the month. So we will see the 500 freedom challenge come back. I just couldn't stop myself from showing you it. Yeah, I really need to stop talking. So that leaves me with my £10 out and about money for the week. And the reminder of the affirmation. So this week's affirmation is, I accept all of my quirks and uniqueness. And once you get to this part of acceptance, it is a journey. Your life will become free. You will feel liberated. I'm not there yet, but I do feel a great sense of freedom in the steps that I have taken on my journey with this specific thing. So that's it. So thank you so much for sticking with me in this video. I'm starting to lose my words a little bit, so I'm going to go, but thank you so much. Please do the liking, the subscribing, the commenting and all that stuff, and I really look forward to seeing you all again next week. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely weekend and week, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.